back in 2009, if someone had told me how big Bitcoin would be today, I legit would have invested all of my birthday money, which wasn't a lot, but I know for a fact my life would be completely different today. Now, I know I'm not the only person that thinks like this. I know for a fact you've also told yourself, if only I got in earlier. If only, if only, if only. But what if I told you it's not over and that you could still get in early to something else, like 2009 Bitcoin early? See, according to history, the next crypto bull run is expected to happen in the next year or two, which means we've got time to get in early and make some huge gains before it's too late. But the question is what do you get into? Because you won't get rich buying into Bitcoin or Ethereum anymore. It's just too late to get money off of those. So in today's video, I want to share with you guys the top 3 crypto sectors that I think that are still in its infancy and that can see some crazy gains in the next crypto bull run or just in the future in general. But as always, before we get into it, make sure you guys smash that like button, subscribe if you guys haven't already. I make videos all about crypto and how you can become rich from it. So if that interests you guys, consider subscribing. But without further ado, let's get into the video. Now, before I get into what these sectors are, I want to briefly show you guys why the next year or two is expected to have such a strong bull run. Now, I did talk about why this is in my previous video, but it's because of the Bitcoin halving. And if you want some more specifics into all this and why I'm super confident that the next bull run will start next year, you guys can check out my previous video, which I made over here, where you break down pretty much everything. But essentially, Bitcoin has a halving every 4 years and affects the whole crypto market as a whole. And after every halving comes usually a bull run. The halving is set to occur in April 2024. Now, the reason why it's crucial you get into not only these sectors that I'm going to be talking about today, but also just buying into the market in general is because we will probably never see these prices again. And do you really want to regret another thing and not buying in the future as well? But yeah, I just wanted to share this with you guys, but let's get into what these sectors are that I think will have huge potential in the future. All right, coming in at number 1, we have decentralized social media. Now, I'm sure you've all seen by now with Twitter or Facebook or these other social media platforms limiting what you can say and what you can see. Now, it's unfortunate, but it's a common thing and many people don't even know that it's happening because it happens behind the scenes. These large companies are basically controlling the narrative of what we can see and what we intake. Now, a few people are picking up on this and taking it to social media and showing how this isn't fair, how we don't have our freedom of speech anymore, and how social media is losing its authentic state that it once had and made it go viral. That's where decentralized social media comes in, where these social media companies can't control what we say or do. It won't be owned by a single entity. Now, social media is already very big with close to 3 billion active users, but what if we had the same social media apps being built on the blockchain and users using those apps instead? Now, there are already a few projects doing this, such as Mastodon, Steemit, Minds, and it's not only them, but other projects are also interested in this decentralized social media sector as well. For example, Meta or Facebook is also working on a decentralized social media app known as P92. In an article, they said, "We're exploring a standalone decentralized social network for sharing text updates. We believe there's an opportunity for a separate space where creators and public figures can share timely updates about their interests." Now, unfortunately, there are no more details about this matter, but it is clear that there is a need for this. And if Meta or Facebook comes into the sector and starts using blockchain to build social media apps or even host the apps they already have on the blockchain, that would be crazy for the sector. Because remember, Mark Zuckerberg is already under tons of scrutiny for violating privacy and controlling what we see. What if this is his way of redeeming himself? Now, obviously, since this is a newer sector, it will take time for it to become big and get attention from other companies or individuals like us. But nonetheless, you can see that there is a need for this, and we're already starting to see social media apps being built on the blockchain, like what I said from Steemit earlier, or on G.social, or Props Project, or Indoors.io, and tons of other ones. If we can get into the sector before it blows up, or even before the next bull run, we could see some crazy returns if this sector gets adopted and becomes mainstream, like how I'm thinking. And they're actually dubbing this sector as DeSo, decentralized social, so kind of like DeFi but DeSo. And also, I want to briefly touch on another sector within DeSo that I think will be big too in the future, and that's the creator economy, where it's all things tailored to creators and helping them grow with their presence online and whatever businesses they have. Because in order for social media to succeed on the blockchain, it's gonna need creators and viewers, people who create and people who view what they created. Otherwise, there is no social media. Now, in traditional content creating, we already have tons of new businesses and services coming out tailored to helping creators. So I'm curious to see if that will come to DSO as well. Now, I'm sure it will, but we first need to get creators and viewers on board to these apps first. And who knows, maybe some of these social media platforms will pay creators to create content on their social media apps, kind of like how it is with gaming and crypto. You can play games and earn money on it as well. And also with the rise of all this metaverse stuff, I'm just curious to see how this all goes into content creation as well, because I know the metaverse is a whole world of its own. No pun intended. All right, coming into the second sector that I think will be big in the future is gaming. Woohoo, big surprise. I'm just kidding, but if you're in crypto, we all know by now gaming has blown up recently with all these play to earn games and the metaverse and NFTs and all that. I'm talking about games like Axie Infinity, Gods Unchained, Sandbox, all these huge play to earn games that a lot of people are getting into, and you can actually buy into these projects as well. Now, there are over 2.7 billion gamers in the world right now, and a lot of them are moving over to crypto gaming because of the fact that you can earn money on it while playing as well. And these games are really fun too. Now, whether you like it or not, gaming is here to stay. And that's also why I have high hopes for decentralized social media as well, is because if we were able to get decentralized gaming as big to what it is today, why can't we do that with socials? Now, I don't know if you guys remember, but back when NFTs were popping off, the gaming industry coins were also going crazy. Coins like Decentraland, the Graph, all these coins were setting crazy records, and I'm more than confident we can hit those same numbers again or even pass them, because like I said, the gaming industry is insane, and with all the advancements they're making, I really do think gaming will have a huge market share in the future. All right, and coming in at number 3, we have DeFi or decentralized finance. Now, I assume a lot of you guys already know of this or at least heard of it, because DeFi is legit everywhere nowadays, and there's a good reason for it as well, because DeFi single-handedly is one of the most important pillars of the crypto ecosystem, because DeFi is what allows you to do financial transactions online in crypto. It's an alternative to the services that our local banks and brokerages provide. It actually cuts out the need for a bank entirely. That's one of the main reasons why banks are super against crypto and why they're paying millions of dollars to lobby against it, because it entirely eliminates the need of them or any third party essentially, which can cause banks to go out of business. Now, that most likely won't happen because there's a whole game involved with that, but still. And you guys might have heard of platforms like Uniswap, PancakeSwap, Aave, or terms like lending, staking, anything that has to do with transactions or lending or staking, that's DeFi. For example, like the money you earn when you play to earn games, that's DeFi. Now, yes, it's a little more mainstream now than it was 3 to 4 years ago, but it still has a lot of advancements and it's always growing. DeFi protocols also rank 3rd in the industry for the largest fee revenue generator behind Ethereum and Bitcoin. Now, a major drawback to DeFi, on the other hand, is their security risk. Since this is a service based entirely on smart contracts and anonymity, it is easy to get scammed by altering the terms and the conditions of an agreement. In fact, in 2021, we saw a staggering $10.5 billion stolen from DeFi due to poor safety protocols. But this doesn't mean that we should stay away. It's new. It's not where it's supposed to be yet. So there will be hiccups, but every day DeFi is constantly improving and innovating. And I honestly think even in just 1 year's time, we'll be somewhere that we didn't even think we would be at this time today. Now, to get involved with DeFi, there's a lot of different things you can do, but the best thing in my opinion would be to just buy DeFi based projects, coins like Aave, Curve, Avalanche, things that focus on DeFi. Now, you can get into lending and staking, but that requires a little more effort. But if you guys want, you can look into it, but I'm just saying DeFi coins would probably be your best bet in getting the most exposure and the least work as possible. But that was it, guys. These were my top 3 picks for the top crypto sectors that I think will have huge potential in the next upcoming years. And if you do play your cards right, it might just feel like you're buying into Bitcoin back in 2009. We all regret not doing it, but do you really want to feel that same type of way again in 5 to 10 years from now with these sectors that I talked about today? Remember, make sure you guys subscribe so you stay up to date with all things crypto and different ways you guys can make money from it. Remember, nothing I said today was financial advice. It was just my opinions, but I hope you guys have a great rest of your day, and I'll see you guys in next week's video. Peace.